Hey guys, what's up? My name is John Wayne and today, tara, pag-usapan nga natin itong mga ka-idol ni idol natin, si Raffy Tulfo. So, akala natin nag-iisa si Raffy Tulfo. Hindi pala. So, kasi Mang Rene may mga nandidiscover ng mga anti-Tulfo or kritiko ni Tulfo. Tayo naman may nakita habang pinapanood. I'm very, sabihin na natin invested dito sa sa storya ng SMNI kasi marami tayong mga bagay na bago sa atin and eventually natututunan natin yung mga proseso. Siyempre, mahalaga to para sa mga taong interesado patungkol sa politics, sa process, and so on and so forth. Anyway, so kung maalala nyo, isa ito sa mga sa mga memorable na nagawa ni Raffy Tulfo. Nung sinabi niyang kakasuhan daw ng reclusion perpetuo. Ang hindi ko naman maintindihan, itong News 5, bakit hindi man lang kinorek, at least, with the penalty of reclusion perpetual. But syempre, it's better for them to do verbatim. Yeah. Sabi nga rito, lahat ng sangkot sa hazing, kakasuhan ng reclusion perpetua. Diba? Tara, pakinggan muna natin si Idol para na may pampagana tayo sa ating pag-uusapan.
I have to say, the anti-hazing law is not enough. We have to provide it with more teeth to make fraternities, sororities, and organizations involved in hazing more responsible and to make those who had a chance to prevent these deaths liable. And it is hard to hold these people liable because these types of organizations are shrouded in secrecy in a band that dictates outright blind obedience to their seniors and masters. Madami po sa ating anti-hazing law ang hindi naman talaga nasusunod. Ang written notice sa school na may hazing ay hindi naman talaga po ginagawa at alam po natin lahat yan. Wala namang epekto sa kanila kung hindi nila ito i-report. At wala din namang kakayahan ng eskwelahan na malaman na hindi na-report sa kanila ang hazing activity. At dahil hindi ito ni-report, hindi na rin po natutupad yung may dalawang representative ang paaralan sa hazing or initiation rights. Another provision that should be amended is that the owner of the place where hazing is conducted shall be liable as an accomplice when he has actual knowledge of the hazing conducted therein but failed to take any action to prevent the same from occurring. Wala pong bisa ito. Napakadaling sabihin na hindi naman niya alam na nangyari yung hazing. Akala ko nabibidyo okay lang po sila. Ito po ang sasabing palusot ng may-ari ng venue. Nag-inuman lang po. Sino pong niloloko ninyo? Alam niyo po yan. At hinayaan niyo lang. Basta sasabihin niyo lang naman na wala ako doon, hindi ko alam, pero nagpagamit kayo. And so the owner of any property used in hazing and resulted to death or other punishable act under the hazing law should be considered as an accomplice and is presumed that you know about it. Ibig sabihin po, from now on, gagawa po tayo ng batas na ang lahat na may-ari ng venue at nag-facilitate doon sa kasuhan ng reclusion perpetua pag may nangyaring hazing.
Actually, sa lahat ng video ni Raffy Tulfo dyan sa Senate, ito yung pinaka-paborito ko. Anyway, so other than that, meron tayong na-discover. Okay? Punta tayo dito sa House of Representative Inquiry tungkol nga sa SMNI. No? Meron tayong timestamp dito. So, ang pinaka-bida natin, si Congressman Pimentel. Punta tayo sa yan, dito tayo.
I move to contempt, to cite for contempt Mr. Celis for on these two grounds under Section 11. So,
Okay guys, I'm not 100% sure if this is his first time, no, as a congressman, neophyte congressman ba ito? Nakikita natin na may mga nagko-coach sa kanya. Kasi kung neophyte siya, I would understand, and that's okay. 'Di ba? Kumbaga, hindi pa siya masyadong maalam sa ano ng Congress or ng House of Representative, lalo na sa mga ganito. So basically dito, sinight niya in contempt si Ka Eric. Okay? Ngayon, dito sa part na to, merong nag-correct sa kanya. Pakinggan natin.
The motion was for Mr. Celis to be cited in contempt. And I think there's supposed to be a second motion. There was no. The motion should be for him to be in custody, detained. Where? Because under our law, the contempt of the committee shall be deemed contempt of the House. A person cited in this section may, upon order of the committee, be detained in such place as the chairperson or acting chairperson be designated. In other words, we have to decide where to detain him and for how long to chair.
There you go. So pinag-uusapan nila kung saan at gaano katagal. Pakinggan niyo yung sagot dito ni Congressman Pimentel.
That's supposed to be the second motion.
No, 'di ba? Nagkaroon pa sila ng lecturing diyan. Tapos televised. Lord.
Mr. Chair, I believe with
Ayan.
regards to the duration, it will be up to this committee to decide, and of course, to Mr. Celis, kung kailan po nyo sasagutin yung tanong natin, and then maybe we could lift the contempt. But as long as hindi pa niya sinasagot yung tanong natin, the contempt will remain.
Galing talaga ng mga kongresista natin. Iko-correct na naman siya dyan.
Mr. Chairman, final statement before niyo po ako ikulong.
Mr. Chair, I move for
Can I have a final statement, please? Before pa ako magpapakulong, I request the committee.
Mr. Chair.
Silence is requested. The Honorable Pimentel has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In an earlier motion, Mr. Chair, we have already approved to cite for contempt Mr. Celis. On this note, Mr. Chair, I move to detain him in the premises of Congress as per our rules on Section 11. So move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion duly seconded. The chair no objections. The motion of the Honorable Pimentel is okay. So,
Diyos ko, hindi ko rin alam kung alam ba ni Tambunting ko ano yung ginagawa ng katabi niya. Di man lang siya. As being the chairperson, hahabulin to ng ibang kongresista, i-correct silang pareho.
Sergeant Barnes.
There. Ayan.
Honorable members of the committee, may be given 1 minute, please.
In relation to the motion,
Oh.
can I have
Because it is required
The
two-thirds
Honorable
from the voto.
The Honorable Paduano is recognized.
Mr. Chairman, ang ano lang, point of inquiry lang, kasi we are not allowed to have.
There you go. Now somebody is asking the right question. So obviously dito, yung dalawang magkatabi, no? Congressman Tambunting and Pimentel, hindi nila alam yung limitations nila sa pagsasite ng contempt, like yung talking about the duration, di ba?
A detention for indefinite period of time. So we have to establish how long. And the lifting of such detention will depend on the members of this committee. Of course, with the cooperation of the person in contempt. So we have to establish how long, because we are not allowed to detain indefinitely based on so many jurisprudence.
Bigyan natin ng example, yung jurisprudence na yan. Ano? May nakita tayo rito. In the case of Horacio, okay, this was in 2018, published by PNA. Sabi ng Supreme Court dito, no indefinite detention of person cited for contempt. Though it was in the Senate, pero as a whole Congress. Kasi meron silang, again, we're going to talk about that. Contempt of Congress in exacting obedience from the uncooperative. Anyway, balik tayo rito. So ayon nga dito, sabi ng Supreme Court, the Senate has no power to indefinitely detain a person cited in contempt during an inquiry in aid of legislation. The High Court handed the decision in connection with the petition filed by Aegis Juris Fraternity leader Arvin Balag, who was detained at the Senate in October 2017 for contempt during the legislative inquiry on the hazing death of the university law freshman Horacio Asho Castillo III. So sabi nga sabi ni Supreme Court dito in a 21-page en banc dated July 3, penned by Associate Justice Alexander Gesmundo. Actually dati Associate Justice pa lang siya na ngayon po ang Chief Justice. The court held that the period of imprisonment, again, the period of imprisonment under the inherent powers of contempt of the Senate should only last until the termination of the legislative inquiry. Okay. Only last until the termination of legislative inquiry. Ayon nga naman dito kay ACRA, the power of to cite a person in contempt exercised by both the Senate and the House of Representatives is a congressional prerogative granted to Congress to ensure obedience and respect for its proceedings. Such authority allows Congress to ensure that the witness, resource persons, and individuals summoned for inquiry will abide by the rules set by the constitutional legislative bodies as held by the Supreme Court. In the landmark case of Arnold versus Nazareno, a legislative body cannot legislate effective laws without having the necessary information on the issues sought to be addressed by such laws. Okay? So, andito yung mahabang history niya, NME. Sabi nga rito, in the Philippines, pero nagkaroon siya ng power since 1796. In the Philippines, the 1987 Philippine Constitution admittedly does not explicitly grant Congress the power to contempt. Instead, Congress power of contempt is commonly referred as an implied power, often regarded as a necessary consequences of Congress powers to conduct inquiries in aid of legislation. Okay. Sabi nga rito, the nature of Congress implied contempt power was clearly defined and explained by the Supreme Court in Negros Occidental 2, Electric Cooperative Incorporated versus Sangguniang Panlungsod of Dumaguete. In the case, Supreme Court described power of as sui generis, considering that it is a unique authority exercised by Congress for its own self-preservation. This is because Congress, being the branch of government entrusted with legislative power, has the right to assert its power and penalize acts of contempt directed towards its exercise of legislative function. Hence, the implied power of Congress to cite person in contempt primarily stemmed from its status as one of the three great branches of government, rather than solely from its exercise of legislative power. Congress may therefore exercise its contempt power and cite person who act contemptuously during the inquiries in aid of legislation, which undoubtedly form part of Congress' legislative power under the Constitution. So basically, parang na lang naging part or culture na lang, pero hindi siya talaga explicitly na sinasabi na ito, kaya nga implied na no? Same thing with inherent powers of the government. May inherent powers sa mga government. Walang nasusulat na batas patungkol doon, pero ito ay isang implied powers na ng gobyerno. Anyway, going back here, 'di ba? Sa kwento ni Congressman Pimentel at saka ni Congressman Tambunting.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chair,
The Honorable Akong Secretary.
yes, there's a decision by the Supreme Court that we cannot detain a person indefinitely. And therefore, may I move that we come up with a test.
So as of today, guys, meron ng dalawang lumabas patungkol dyan. Isa na nga itong kay Horacio and the other one is with the family. Parehong sinasabi na nagkaroon ng abuse of power. Okay? Though, puro Senate, ayaw naman siguro ng House of Representatives na pati sila bigyan ng love letter ng Supreme Court, no, na may pag-aabuso sa kanilang mga powers. Kaya tingnan mo, umalma na, no? Nagsalita na agad yung dalawang kongresista. So obviously, kita mo natin dito na itong dalawa, maalam sa kanilang trabaho. Nakikita mo yung yung difference yung mga veterano at saka ng mga neophyte. I don't know kung neophyte nga yung dalawa, di ba? But the thing is that, kung alam din syempre ni chairperson dyan, ni Congressman Tabunting, malamang he'll be doing the same thing na ginagawa ni Congressman Acop at saka the other congressman, di ba?
Definite period for detention insofar as Mr. Celis is concerned. For violation of paragraph C of section 11 of the rules.
Anyway, dito sa scenario na ito, it's very important na alam natin that there are certain limitation, no? Gaya nga ng sinasabi ng Supreme Court, it will only last until the termination of the legislative inquiry. Okay? So, malinaw na sa atin na akala natin nag-iisa si Idol. Marami pala sila na medyo challenge. Diba? Medyo challenge ba? Siyempre, irarasan. Ibigay natin sa kanila yung learning curve na tinatawag. Mga neophyte. Until such time, they're going to, lahat naman tayo nag-uumpisa sa Pero, mas marami pa rin yung mga, ito nga yung nakakatawa Bumoboto tayo ng mga tao na mas may alam pa tayo sa ginagawa nila. Saklap, di ba? Anyway guys, again, maraming salamat sa panonood. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. I-share nyo na rin yung video. And definitely, mas ma-appreciate ko kung mabibigyan nyo ako ng mga komento nyo patungkol dito sa topic natin. Sana sa mga susunod na eleksyon, hindi lang puro paayuda tayo nagiging masaya. It's very important. Tandaan nyo guys, we are investing dito sa mga taong to. Monetarily, time natin, and everything. Yung pagboto natin, oras natin, ang ini-invest natin sa kanila. Yung mga tax money natin, yun ang nagpapasweldo sa mga taong to. We deserve something better than all of this. Diba? Anyway guys, again, maraming salamat. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.